You see this, you see the history, you see everything that has happened and that is happening right now. How do you live with it? I mean, you're surrounded with that even now. How do you live with it? And as an artist, what role do you think we need to play to bring a change?
Thank you for that. Things are hard, but comparatively, I feel like we have it good. I think of my grandmother who was born and raised in South Central LA, and her mother, and the segregated, the segregated West, which we don't hear a lot about. Usually hear that about in the South, but after the Great Migration, when my great grandmother came from Texas, some of the stories about what she experienced in Los Angeles, in South Central Los Angeles, and Central Avenue, I feel that I cannot be completely pessimistic about things. I cannot be completely negative about it. I can be, discerning. I can analyze. I can push. I can be uncompromising and wanting better. But I am not in a place of saying that we are in the place of our mothers and our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers, because I'm a student of history and I know that not to be true. I know that I live differently and move more freely than everyone in my family before me. As a black woman filmmaker, I move and can do things different than black women filmmakers who even came around 10 years ago. So there is improvement happening. It's coming at a snail's pace, and while it is moving along at that pace, people are dying and being murdered. So it is urgent, but I can't just rage all the time. It's the very reason why, and I'm glad some folks stayed to the very end, the credit sequence is about Black joy. Because Black trauma is not our life, right? We are survivors, as many different kinds of people are. Where are you from? Right, so some of what you're seeing here is not, I think it's, we have these kinds of hardships around the world, and different people are affected by injustice and oppression in different ways. And so, yeah, the black joy and the sequence was really important. I remember the first time I showed it to you, that wasn't there. And initially that credit sequence was each of the talking heads, I hate telling that, but each of our analysts and interviewees saying what they did. It was a really beautiful segment. Did you see that version? Saying what they did. I am such and such, and I run the grassroots collective in Oakland for such and such. And you had all of these kind of 35 plus people declaring who they were and what they did, and you heard their organizations and their names, and you thought, wow, that's fantastic. But it let me off the hook, because after I watch the film, I see that credit sequence and I think, oh, they've got it. They're all gonna fix this. And I just wanted us to leave feeling on the hook for something here, because this is a generations old, centuries old now problem that we allow to have happen, just like Brian Stevenson says at the end, and it is gonna require a shift in our collective consciousness in order to unravel many, many deep layers of this systemic oppression. So I'm hopeful. I make this film in a place of hope, and which is the way I try to walk through the day.